just tryna put the Father over everything. I'm just tryna put the Father over everything. I'm just tryna put the Father over everything. I'm just tryna put the Father over everything.
He destroys. My mouth speaks the praise of Yah, and let all flesh bless his set apart name forever and
And
ever.
never. All praise to
Hallelujah.
Yah.
All praise to the Most High.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Praise
Man,
Yah,
all
man.
praise to the Most
Praise the
High,
Most
Praise
High.
man.
y'all. Praise y'all.
Hey, y'all nasty, boy. Y'all nasty, man. Y'all know how to get somebody's spirit jump. Hallelujah.
All praise.
Hallelujah, man. I'm telling you, man.
Selling they soul, liquor and dope. Letting go of the rope, young and the old, slippery slope. Proverbs 1 and 24 is the cause of our woes. We don't even know. So many in the city lack a father. Ain't no winning till we turn back to the Father. No quitting, remain willing to go harder for the Abba.
You got good people out there. You still got to follow the commandments.
The money come with problems and we got no way to solve them. If you got it, then you got them. Best believe that, bro. Open up the Bible, you will find yourself inside
And
it.
this is the message which we have heard from him and announced to you, that Elohim is light, and in him is no darkness at all.
In the scriptures, love life and put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to.
I was thinking we actually, since you said that, I was looking at Psalm 66, and that's what is going on, you know.
Just trying to put the Father over everything, yeah. Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. Could care less about the power. You could keep the rings. I'm just trying to put the Father over.
That's when that lust kick in, man. You always got to be dealing with that fight, that daily flesh fight every day.
Every
Every
day.
day.
Rules look strange to Americans. They ain't used to seeing Torah keeping people with no Satan in them. Some of us only keep.
I was able to connect to one of our elders in Africa of the Limba tribe.
Till we discover the truth in that days, we be doing something different. We follow the Abba to the T with no permission. Wrestling for blessings like your code, we on a mission. Fully understanding we're the vehicle to bring the truth to others while maintaining that Yahuwah is the engine. I don't think you heard me. I said Yah must be the engine. The Messiah came in his name. He is on one accord with him. In this land of Kiddim, always second guess doctrine that's polytheistic and not keeping the Father central. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything. Could care less about the
I don't think the Most High made a mistake. That's how I look at it. He knew what was going on. He knew what he was going to do. He knew how it was going to play out. You know what I'm saying? He declared the end from the beginning. So if it went like that, it meant to go that way.
Less about the power, you could keep the rings. I'm just trying to put the Father over everything, yeah. Father over everything. Father over everything. Power, you could keep the rings. Father over everything, yeah.
I know y'all Hebrews, and I know it's late. So, Shabbat Shalom. I love y'all, man. Oh,
Love, bro.
Me too,
Bro.
yeah.
brothers.
Hey, Shabbat.
They just kick act out. That's how they do it. All right. Praise y'all though. No.
Okay, my bad, y'all. Kick myself out.
You kicked yourself out. That's what happened. Yeah, I had to just go reveal my candy spot real quick. Everybody following me to my spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
I tell
yeah,
them to close their eyes. I tell them to close their eyes and go to the room. They following me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, y'all see the screen? Huh?
Yes, sir. Oh, 41. All the Most High's children will praise him and will collect the truth of his faith. And his children will be known to him. Therefore, we will sing in his love. We will live to the Most High by his grace, and we will receive life in his Mashiach. For a great day has shined on us, and marvelous is he who has given us of his glory. Therefore, let all us unite together in the name of the Most High Yah, and let us honor him in his goodness, and let our face shine in his light, and let our hearts meditate in his love by night and by day. Let us exalt with the joy of the Most High. All those that see me will be astonished, for I am from another race. For the Father of truth remembered me, he who possessed me from the beginning. For his bounty begot me, and the thought of his heart. And his word is with us in our ways, the Savior who makes alive and does not reject our souls. The man who was humbled and exalted by his own righteousness. The Son of the Most High appeared in perfection of his Father, and light dawned from the word that was before time in him. The Mashiach is truly one, and he was known before the foundation of the world, that he might save souls forever by the truth of his name. A new song arises from those who love him. Allah Yah. Praise Yah.
Yeah, that was nice. That he might save souls
Right.
forever by the truth of his name. That's deep. Yah is salvation.
By his salvation. And just like I was talking about all these signs and opening portals and all these things, right? It's a reason why his name is coming out in these last days too, right? Just like what we just read. All right, we'll get straight to it. I know what we dealing with. Believe or doubt. If you doubt, especially in these last days with all this deceit, if you doubt, you will perish. And we know perish means utter destruction, right? Utterly destroyed.
Okay. I started off Deuteronomy 32. Give ear, O heavens, and let me speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Let my instruction fall as rain, my speech drop down as dew, as fine rain on the tender plant, and as showers grass. For I proclaim the name of the Most High Yah. Ascribe greatness to our Elohim.
Right. So we see the two witnesses right there. The earth, the heavens and the earth, right? And just what we was talking about. For we proclaim the name of the Most High Yahoo, right? And we ascribe greatness to the Most High. For sure. We got to proclaim his name, especially again these last days, full of darkness.
The rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways right rule, an ale of truth and without unrighteousness. Righteous and straight is he. A twisted and crooked generation has corrupted itself. Their blemish, they are not his children.
So we see a separation being formed right now. The difference between his children, especially when you're reading in that old, his children and those who are not his children.
Do you do this to Yahuwah, O foolish and unwise people? Is he not your father who brought you, who bought you, who created you, and established you?
Right. So we know the Most High did all these things. Now we see if you don't truly believe that, you foolish and unwise, right?
Right. Plus, look what he said he did. He bought you, created you, and established you. That's everything. That's everything right there.
Right. So if it wasn't for you, truly nothing.
18. You neglected the rock who brought you forth, and forgot the El who fathered you.
Because that's what we just read, right? Is he not your father who brought you, who created you and established you? Jump down, huh?
On to 39. See now that I am he, and there is no Elohim besides me. I put to death, and I make alive. I have wounded, and I heal. And from my hand, no one. For I lift up my hand to the heaven, and shall say, as I live forever.
Look at that. The Most High swear by himself, right? I lift my hand to the heaven, and shall say, as I live forever, right? And Yah means eternal, everlasting.
I have sharpened my flashing sword, and my hand takes hold on judgment. I shall return vengeance to my enemies and repay those who hate me.
Right. He said flashing sword, right? So it's gonna be quick. Think about how the lightning flashes in the sky, how quick it is, right?
Right.
That ain't gonna be. It's gonna be just like that when I take vengeance on my enemies. Come on.
Quick and swift.
Right.
I make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword devours flesh with the blood of the slain and the captives. From the long-haired enemy, chief. O nations, claim his people, for he avenges the blood of his servants. Return vengeance to his adversary, and shall pardon his land, his people.
Look at that.
Right.
It say acclaim his people. It's telling the nations to acclaim his people. That means acclaim means to give public praise, right? So that's why even when you see these other nations and they be like, oh yeah, we know who they are, you know what I'm saying? And they giving our praises to the Most High. But when they talk about us, they be like, yeah, we know that the people are the Most High, giving public praise, right?
Right. Becca, chapter 2.
Let's get to it now. We gotta have an introduction.
All right. Yeah, I can read. You want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead, Art. 1 through 4, Art.
All right. I stand at my watch and station myself on the watchtower and wait to see what he says to me and what to answer when I am reproved. You know, that's what we're doing right now on our watchtower, seeing what's going on in the world. Like we said, these drones, portals being open. You know what I'm saying? And then we could look at the times we're living in and read the word of the Most High. And we could, let the people know, like, hey, look, like the Most High said, as it was in the days of Noah, and stuff like that. Huh? And Yahuwah answered me and said, write the vision and inscribe it on the tablets, so that he who reads it runs. See that?
Straight up.
Like we said, we could see what's going on in the world and we can relate to them that the scripture said this, and the hope is a repentance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Like, come on now. And it speaks of the end.
Speaks of what up?
It speaks of the end. And does not lie.
Right. That's why they running. That's what this vision speaks of the end, and we know it's coming at an appointed time, right? And again, everybody in this awakening, no, we're in the last days, that appointed time.
Man, and if it lingers, wait for it.
But what we need to do, we say we're in these last days, but if it's taking a while for things to come to pass, what we need to do,
wait for it.
And not be like that singer to say, where is this coming? Where's this promise?
Right? That's when you start doubting. That's when you start doubting. And you start doubting, that's going to get you cut off by that flashing sword, man.
Straight up. And then, you know, and they also say, like, what? They said the day of the Most High is the day of darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like why are you waiting? Like, you know what I mean? When that judgment comes, that judgment comes. So, you know, we hope for repentance, and the thing is, we want to hope that we're right. You know what I'm saying?
And when the scripts say, woe to those who want the day, you know, who want the day of Yahuwah to come. What end is it for you? You know what I'm saying?
Right. What end is it for you, right? So we don't know 100%, you know?
Right.
For it shall certainly come. It shall not delay. See, he whose being is not upright in him is puffed up.
Right.
But the righteous one lives by his steadfastness.
But the righteous one live
by his steadfastness.
Hey, I get that definition of steadfastness for us one time. Pull it up on the screen. Appreciate it. It said if you're not upright, too puffed up out here. All those who are not upright are puffed up, right? And we know what else puffs up, right? Knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the righteous one lives by his steadfast. And when you live by something, this is a daily walk, right? That's what people say. What that mean,
steadfast. Resolutely, or doubtfully,
dutifully, like to do your duties, right?
Unwavering, loyal, faithful, committed, devoted,
right?
dedicated.
So we see resolutely. You can click on resolutely, and you can click on dutifully. But dutifully means that's your due diligence, your due duty. The Most High say, "Keep my commands." That's it. That's your duty, right? Unwavering.
The whole duty of man.
Yeah, the whole duty of man, not the whole duty of man, and not wavering from it, right? Because once you start wavering, that means you begin to doubt. Then you become like an unbeliever. Just a little doubt.
James say uprightness on it. Okay, but the just shall live by his faith.
Steadfastness, unwavering.
Oh, praise him, yeah. Cause they say a righteous man falls, but you know he get back up. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but once you start doubting, you ain't gonna get back up.
You ain't gonna get back up. Straight up, Bob.
Okay. Romans 1, verse 16 and 17.
For I am not ashamed of the good news of Messiah, for it is the power of Elohim for deliverance to everyone who believes.
And look at that. That's basically one definition of the Mashiach, right? The Mashiach, that's one definition of the good news of Mashiach. The good news of Mashiach, right? Because it's the power of Elohim for deliverance, for salvation, right? to everyone who believes. Come on.
To the Yehudi first, and also to the Greek. For in it the righteousness of Elohim is revealed from belief to belief, as it has been written, but the righteous shall live by belief.
That's real. That's real right there.
Right. So we see the righteousness of Elohim, right? It's being revealed through our belief, right? Because the righteous he shall live by his steadfastness or his belief, right? Unwavering, never doubting.
Okay. 1 Timothy 1, 5 and 6, huh?
Now the goal of this command is love from a clean heart, from a good conscience, and a sincere belief. Which some
go ahead. Think about that clean heart. That this command is love from a clean heart, right? Not with dirty intentions. Clean heart. Go ahead, though.
From a good conscience and a sincere belief. So you know what? We could deal with that because like that's just like telling the truth, man. Right? Clean heart, like with nothing like you're not gonna lie to the people for wicked gain. You know what I mean? From good conscience and sincere belief. You know what I mean? I'm being real. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna tell you according to what you know what I'm saying. I was told to tell you, or you know what I'm saying. We talk about the false prophets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which some having missed the goal. See, look, like, come on, that's the see. Like I just said, with some having missed the goal, turn aside to senseless talk.
Turned aside to senseless talk, because like you say, they missed the goal of this, like you say, a clean heart and a good conscience and sincere belief.
You know, telling you don't got to keep the law, things in that nature.
Right. And like you say, it's in all deceit, right? When we talking about being sincere, you know what I'm talking about? That mean you not being deceitful, right?
Right.
Everything is genuine, right?
Right. All praise. And I think Messiah, Yahusha, our master, who empowered me because he counted me trustworthy, putting me into service.
And that's us in this assembly, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta think about that. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say law on that one. I'm like, yeah, like he said, I always think about that scripture, and always, you know, but chills to me when he said, like, you ain't choose me, but I chose you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High, like he said, trustworthy, putting me into service. You know what I mean? He trusts you to go out there and proclaim the truth.
And remember what you're saying right now. Counting trustworthy. But we're gonna get that definition of trust a little later. Sure. We're gonna see what that truly means.
And then real quick, just especially in these last days, like that's a big statement, especially in these last days where it's full of deceit. You know what I'm saying? Full of lies and all that's going on at the Most High. You know, trusted brothers here, and it's truth, bro. It's big.
Straight up.
What we reading to?
Going to 17, but start at the top and keep it going. That go together.
And I thank Messiah, Yahusha, our master, who empowered me because he counted me trustworthy, putting me into service. Me, although I was formerly a blasphemer, my bad. Me also, although I was formerly a blasphemer and a persecutor and an insulter, but compassion was shown to me because being ignorant, I did it in unbelief.
Ooh. So
And
we
just
see.
think about what he just said right there too. He said, I was formerly a blasphemer and a persecutor and an insulter, right? It never he never said I was a murderer, but they throw that charge on Paul. Y'all notice that? Paul was
Right.
Yeah,
killing Christians
because
before,
he gave the approval of, right?
right? Basically because they put his put their coats in his hand. Hey, hold my coat while I stone this dude. You know what I'm saying? That charge
And
is
I was,
still on him to this day. But he never said he was a murderer.
mm,
Oh, and the favor of our master was exceedingly increased with belief and love, which are in Messiah Yahushua.
mm,
Trustworthy is the word and worthy of all acceptance that Messiah Yahushua came into the world to save sinners, of
Mm,
whom I am foremost.
man, what was his job out?
What's that? Persecute the
save,
church?
I was a Messiah job.
save
Oh, okay.
sinners,
That's
Save
right.
sinners. Right. Save us, right?
right? And like you say, we always walk in that sinning path. But that's why I even started off that we thank Mashiach that he empowered us, right? And gave us this assembly and put us in this role and put us to work. You feel me? He said, go do my work. You know what I'm saying? All praises. Because like you say, he came to save this whole world. You know what I'm saying? And we read that earlier and we're going to deal with a little bit of it later. But the reason how we was, like how Paul say I was a persecutor and an insulter and a blasphemer, because again, it was in unbelief. When we used to walk them ways, how we used to walk, we did it in unbelief. Think about that. I remember when I was young, I was about to go fornicate. I asked for forgiveness before I go fornicate. I was an unbeliever. I ain't truly believe at that time, right? But now we know. Now when you got that truth, when you really truly know, when you believe, right? It's like, man, I see the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? How I used to move. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All
You
praises
see
are
that,
perfectly
you
said.
see
Straight
that
up.
same ignorance in the next man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that was me once before. And that's one reason why we like, you got to be patient with people. Maybe they gonna get it in their own time. Hmm.
16, right?
Yeah.
But because of this, I received compassion, so that in me first, Yahushua Messiah might display all patience. That's what I just said, right? They might get in their own time.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
As an example to those who are going to believe on him for everlasting life. Praise Yah. That was the spirit. Huh?
Yeah.
So
Now, to the sovereign of the ages,
the Most High.
incorruptible,
That's what we talking about. The Most High. Go ahead.
invisible, to Elohim, who alone is wise, be respect and esteem forever and ever. Amen.
Praise to the Most High, right? Who alone is wise. Be all honor, right? And esteem. We walked in that unbelief at one point in time. But you got to give all praise to the Most High where you at now. Sure. All right, where we at with?
It's all right. 25 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of his love.
Mm-hmm.
Faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him.
Man, come on. That scriptures that we can almost say line in the whole thing right here. Reading that script. The fear of Yahuwah is the beginning of his love. Once you start fearing, you can't, because so they'll say, oh, the Most High loves everybody. He loves everybody. He say, if you don't fear me, how do I love you? You ain't my child. You ain't one of my chosen ones, right? And us believing in him, that's the beginning of us actually cleaving unto him. Come on.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 13 through 15. You want to keep going? You want me to start it off? Go somewhere. I go. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the assembly. And to the messenger of the assembly in Laodicea, right? The Amen, the trustworthy and true witness, the beginning of the creation of Elohim, says this: I know your works, that you are neither cold nor hot. I would that you were cold or hot.
Pick one.
So because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I am going to vomit you out of my mouth.
Man. It say basically saying you a doubter. You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You basically a doubter. I'd rather you be all the way cold and not believing, all the way hot going hard for me. But you lukewarm. You feel me? You 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You basically a doubter. And what he say he gonna do to a doubter? Vomit you out my mouth. Once you vomit something and you put it in the toilet, it's gone forever. It perishes. You'll never see it again.
You know, I want to say something like, but brothers in the world can relate to that. Like we always say, like, yo, you either in or you out. You know, how much more the Most High? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why he really ain't dealing with you. That's why he really ain't dealing with you. You come to me when you need something. Then you still in the world doing your thing.
All right, Book of the Upright, Joshua chapter 12, 18 through 27.
Yeah, let's get an example of what we just read in this Revelations one time. Having 1 foot in, 1 foot out, basically being a doubter.
And Haran at that time felt inclined to follow the ways of Abram, but he kept it within himself.
But what do you mean when he say the ways of Abram? What is he talking about?
Abram was following the ways of the Most High.
Exactly.
Like follow his ways. I'm gonna keep it within myself. I ain't gonna say nothing about, they're just like, yeah, I believe in the Most High just like you do. When we go around people, you're gonna be like, all praise to the Most High, and be like, yeah, keep it within myself. I ain't even gonna say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's lukewarm right there.
Lukewarm. And Haran said in his heart, behold, now the king has seized David on account of these things which Abram did. This is when Abram broke all them his father's statues and his father's idols, and Nimrod took hold of them because of it, right?
Right.
Which Abram did. And it shall come to pass that if Abram prevail over the king, I will follow him. Speak on it, out. He said,
that's lukewarm all the way. You had to see if Abram prevails over the king to see if you're gonna follow the Most High. That's lukewarm all day. But you already said it in your heart. You know what I'm saying? You know what the truth is. You know the Most High the truth, but you're trying to see. Let me see what's gonna happen with Abraham. Come on, man.
All right. It's just like when yeah. I was gonna say it's like when Kyrie posted that Hebrews and Negroes or something, and nobody say nothing. They was all thinking like, yeah, that's the truth, but they ain't saying nothing. But if the king prevail, I will go after the king. Look at him. He ready to choose a side, right?
Right. That's why the Most
Abraham
High say, "You
prevailed.
lukewarm, vomit you out my mouth." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pick a side, man.
And he couldn't look at it. He said that if Abram prevailed over the king, I will follow him. But if the king prevail, I will go after the king. That's wicked right there.
So when you say you're going after the king, that means you're going after his mighty ones. Because you already
Right.
gave us a situation why Abraham even was seized, right? Because he
Right.
destroyed the mighty ones of his father Terah.
Right. And when Terah has spoken this to the king concerning Haran, his son, the king ordered Haran to be seized with Abram.
So that's when you say Terah. He was like, "Oh, my son, he ordered me to keep Abraham alive at the time." I guess we ain't get that background, but go ahead, Doc.
Right. And they brought them both, Abram and Haran, his brother, to cast them into the fire. And all the inhabitants of the land and the king's servants and princes and all the women, little ones, were there, standing that day over them.
Come on. What else, Tom, can you think about like that?
When we was getting lynched, they got the
Exactly.
whole town out there. Hey, y'all, let's go see this.
Yeah, ain't nothing new under the sun, man.
Mm-hmm. And the king's servant took Abram and his brother, and they stripped them of all their clothes, excepting their lower garments, which were upon them, stuff they draws, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they bound their hands and feet with linen cords. And the servants of the king lifted them up and cast them both into the furnace.
Threw them in there.
So wasn't just Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego then, huh? They got thrown in the fire.
Right.
And Yahuwah loved Abram, and he had compassion over him.
Come on, the Most High loved Abram. The Most High don't love everybody contrary to what they say. But we see right here the Most High loved Abram, right? Because earlier we read, though we gonna see the distinction of those that are his children and those that are not his children. And we see the Most High loved Abram right here and had compassion on him. Same way we just read how Mashiach had compassion on the world, right? It came to save them for their sins, right?
And Yahuwah came down and delivered Abram from the fire, and he was not burned. But all the cords with which they bound him were burned, while Abram remained and walked about in the fire.
So he's just moving through the fire like it ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm. And Haran died. They had cast him into the fire, and he was burned to ashes.
What was he burnt to? Up?
Ashes.
Perished, utterly destroyed. Now we got a physical example of what can happen spiritually if you don't truly believe. If you are lukewarm, we getting the physical. You're gonna be utterly destroyed. You're gonna perish.
His heart was not perfect with Yahuwah.
So we're gonna deal with that again, that discussion. Do you have to be perfect to enter into the kingdom?
And those men who cast him into the fire, the flame of the fire spread over them, and they were burned, and 12 men of them died.
They dying from the fire, and the fire going high and burning them because they ain't in it, but Abraham moving through it like it ain't nothing.
Right. And Abram walked in the midst of the fire 3 days and 3 nights.
Symbolization.
Mm-hmm. And all the servants of the king saw him walking in the fire. And they came and told the king, saying, Behold, we have seen Abram walking about in the midst of the fire, and even the lower garments which are upon him are not burned, but the cords which with which he was bound is burned. Like, man, we see Abraham walking in the fire. He still had his drawers on.
Still had his
Cords
drawers.
around his the cords was burnt, but he was still walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that would be something though. Jumping down to 33. And when Abram came out, the king and his servants saw Abram coming before the king with his lower garments upon him, but they were not burned. The cord with which he was bound was burned. And the king said to Abram, how was it that you were not burned?
That's a straight question. That's a straight question, right?
And Abram said to the king, the Elohim of heaven and earth, in whom I trust, and who has all his power, he delivered me from the fire into which you did cast.
And he gave him a straight answer. Straight question and a straight answer, right? Mm-hmm. It said, and the Elohim in whom I trust. Remember that trust word. We're going to deal with it.
Okay. And Haran, the brother of Abram, was burned to ashes. And they sought for his body, and they found it consumed.
Come on. Utterly destroyed. They went to fire, said, maybe we can get a couple of pieces off of them to bury. Utterly destroyed. Perished. Come on.
Oh, think about it too. Like, Most High was in that fire too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, he can't be around the Most High either. Being wicked like that.
Right.
The scripture say Most High is a consuming fire.
Right. Right.
It could have been why them other people got killed too, just throwing around in there. You know, I'm just saying.
And Abraham, you threw my righteous servant in the fire. You got to get it.
Right. You gonna get it.
Yeah.
And Haran was 82 years old when he died in the fire of Kasdim. And the king, princes, and inhabitants of the land, seeing that Abram was delivered from the fire, they came and bowed down to Abram.
All these same ones that said, let's go watch this hanging, or let's go watch him being thrown in the fire, they coming and bowed down to Abraham. But what Abraham do?
Abram said to them, do not bow down to me, but bow down to the Elohim of the world who made you.
Who made you?
And serve him. And go in his ways, for it is he who delivered me from out of this fire. And it is he who created the souls and the Ruach of all men. And formed man in his mother's womb.
Right.
And brought him forth into this world. And it is he who will deliver those who trust in him from all pain.
Praises, right? And again, we basically read that in in that Deuteronomy when we started, right? The Elohim who created you. So now, even in this, if we're gonna walk like our forefather, the righteous Abraham, right? We should see that he didn't just say that to some Israelites, or he didn't just say that to some Hebrews. He said that to all those who came to watch him get burned in the fire and told them to go serve the Most High Yah. Right? So if Abraham not being selective on who he's telling to go serve the Most High, should we? Right?
Right.
Gotta examine ourselves. Come on.
This thing seemed very wonderful in the eyes of the king and the princes that Abram was saved from the fire and that Haran was burned. And the king gave Abram many presents, and he gave him his 2 head servants from the king's house. The name of one was Onion, and the name of the other was Eleazar.
Is who?
Eleazar.
Now we see what Abraham got his faithful servant Eleazar from.
Right.
Eleazar was so faithful to Abraham because he witnessed him get thrown in the fire. And he seen how the Most High saved him. And you think Eleazar was going against the Most High after that?
Oh, sir. Like, forget that. I'm coming with you. Coming with you, Jack.
Eleazar was serving the Most High. Well, Abraham even asked the Most High, let Eleazar be my come from my seed, right?
Right.
Eleazar witnessed this, man. He like, wow, praise Yah. Come on.
And then when Abraham had his son, Isaac and Ishmael, remember when they went up to the mountain, he asked when he went to go slaughter Isaac, he said, you see that ahead? Isaac like, yeah, I see the Most High. Abraham asked Ishmael and Eleazar, y'all see it? We don't see nothing.
Right.
We don't see nothing.
Right. So that means he treated Eleazar like a son, right?
Yeah.
Remember that. Everybody saying we're gonna be whooping backs. We going to the kingdom, we whooping backs. Same way Abraham treated his servant Eleazar. We're gonna have the same mindset in the kingdom, man. You ain't gonna be in the kingdom whooping nobody backs. That ain't even kingdom minded, man. My bad. I don't want to get off topic. Let's get to it.
All right, Genesis 15, 1-6. And after these events, the word of Yahuwah came to Abram in a vision, saying, do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield. Your reward is exceedingly great.
So should we take that in the same? This just came to my mind. I just want to ask y'all this question. When they say after these events, the word of Yahuwah came to Abraham in a vision. So is that just talking about the Most High spoke to him, or is that talking about Mashiach came and spoke to him? Who is the word?
Yeah, that's the Mashiach coming to speak to him.
Okay. Anybody else want to say something on that? All right, let's keep moving on.
All right.
You saying who is that? That Mashiach speaking to Abraham? You asked.
Yeah, or just did a vision, a word come to Abraham in a vision from the Most High.
There's a word came to Abraham.
We say indeed the word of Yahuwah. Who is the word, right?
Yeah, Mashiach. That's what I was looking at. But it just says to Abraham in the vision. But yeah, Mashiach, go ahead. I said Mashiach.
I don't think nobody really ever dealt with the Father like that. They always dealt with the Son at all times. Ever since he put that light, he formed him, that light on him.
We did read in that Revelations where it says to the messenger of Laodicea, right? The Amen, Mashiach, the trustworthy and true witness, Mashiach, the beginning of the creation of Elohim. He's the beginning of the creation of the Most High, Mashiach. Go ahead, though.
Abram said, Master Yah, what would you give me, seeing I go child? And the heir of my house is Eleazar of Damascus, maybe?
Yeah, that's the same place where Paul regained his sight, right? In Damascus.
And Abram said, see, you have given me no seed, and see, one born in my house is my heir. And see, the word of Yahuwah came to him, saying, this one is not your heir, but he who comes from your own body is your heir. And he brought him outside and said, look now towards the heavens and count the stars, if you are able to count them. And he said to him, so are your seed.
Come on. That the Most High said that, right? So again,
Yeah.
the Most High word don't come back void. We know that.
And he believed in Yahuwah, and he reckoned it to him for righteousness.
Wow. That goes back to that same thing. We live by that, but the righteous shall live by belief or the steadfastness, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now we see Abraham believed in the Most High Yah. He believed in him when he told him that, right?
Okay, Romans 4.
Anybody else want to read or want me to read after?
Yeah, of course. 1 through 4. 1 through 3, I mean. Romans 4, 1 through 3. Then we jump.
What then shall we say? Abraham our father to have found according to the flesh? For if Abraham was declared right by works, he has grounds for boasting, but not before Elohim. For what does the scripture say? Abraham believed Elohim, and it was reckoned to him for righteousness. You know, and go ahead.
Nah, I just repeating righteousness. Go ahead.
Other one, you know, a lot of people get that thing twisted, like, oh well, you know, we just gotta believe, and it's like, nah, because it's for Abraham to have even done what he did, he had to believe first, and that's why that was accounted as righteousness. You know what I mean? Because if you don't believe in something, you're not going to do it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's exactly what James was speaking about when he said faith without works is dead. So that's just what you're saying in the same aspect. It go back to the commands, right? If you don't really believe in the Most High, you ain't gonna keep his commands, right? So again, anything that you truly believe, you're gonna obey, right? It's just that simple.
That's simple. Where we at? 13 through what?
13 through 25.
All right. For the promise that he should be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the Torah, but through a righteousness of belief.
Read that one more time for me. My bad.
All right. For the promise that he should be the heir of the world was not to Abraham or to his seed through the Torah, but through a righteousness of belief.
Because it said Abraham believed in Yahuwah, right? So that's all Paul saying right here. Because originally when he was talking about Abraham to have found according to the flesh, we was really talking about a circumcision, right? So this is the Torah that Paul's speaking of at this time, the Torah of circumcision. If you read up a little, you'll understand that too. Go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. So we dealing with that circumcision of the heart right here, or?
Now, well, he was talking about Abraham being found, you know, according to like again, we read verse 1 to say, what then shall we say? Abraham, our father, had to have found according to the flesh. We're talking about circumcision right here, because this is again the Torah is the first 5 books of Moshe, right? So again, that was already, he said forever, right? When he gave him the Torah of circumcision. So Torah only means law. So the law of circumcision is what we're talking about right here. When you say
plus the law.
Go ahead.
And plus the law, statutes, and commandments were given to Abraham's seed. That's you know, Moshe, right? He was Moshe the one that brought it to the people from the Most High.
Yeah, but it was already, like you said, it was already established in the heart of the people. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even from the beginning, it was always to obey the voice of the Most High, right? So just like we read, and the vision came to Abraham, the word of the Most High came in the vision, right? It just wasn't written down. Moshe was the one that got it written from the Most High hand, like you say, brung it to the people. But it's always been established in the people part of the show.
Right. Yeah. I was just speaking on that because it said was not to Abraham or to his seed through the Torah, but through a righteousness of belief.
Right. Right.
All right. For the promise that 14, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. For if those who are of the Torah are heirs, belief has been made useless, and the promise has been nullified.
Because we see in the wilderness, they didn't believe, right? They might have been keeping the Torah, having kids, circumcising them on the 8th day, but they still ain't believe. And that's why they was cut off before they can make it to the promised land, right?
Yeah, that's why they got swallowed up, right? By the ground, by the earth.
Right. So they can circumcise their baby on the 8th day all they want. But again, that belief, they belief was wavering, right? They wasn't standing in steadfastness. And we know the righteous don't do that. Go ahead.
All praises.
You want another orange?
Say what?
What's that up?
Oh, sorry about that, you guys. I say it was my daughter asked me for an orange. Sorry, I thought I had it muted.
Oh,
okay.
All praises though. The reading's good though. The reading's good. I'm liking it so far.
Oh, praises. For the Torah works out wrath. For where there is no Torah, there is no transgression.
You have to understand that. So when you say, for the Torah works out wrath, for where there is no Torah, there is no transgression. So that's what the people don't understand. Paul's wordplay. Now we switching back to we talking about the law, because the transgression of the law, right, is that's lawlessness. That's going against basically the commandments, right?
That goes back to I think Galatians, the fruits of the spirits, right out where it said there's no law against the fruits of the spirit. And
sure.
Yeah, because there's no law against loving your neighbor and all that stuff of the fruits of the spirit. So yeah. For the Torah works out wrath, for where there is no Torah, there is no transgression. Oh, okay. On account of this, it is of belief that it be according to favor, for the promise to be made, certain to all the seed, not only to those who are of the Torah, but also to those who are of the belief of Abraham, who is the father of us all.
So we say not only to those who are of the Torah, that's talking about the Yehudim, right?
Right.
But also to those who are of belief of Abraham, who is the father of us all. So that's why when you speak about the Most High, the nations say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what he's talking about right here. You say, who is the father of us all? Because that's how the nations know about the Most High. That's, when you being Pacific, because all these other nations believe in other gods or mighty ones. So they're going to say God, and it's so broad when you say that term God, But when you say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, now you're being real specific on whom you're speaking about.
Oh, great. 17, right?
Yeah.
As it has been written, I have made you a father of many nations, in the presence of him whom he believed, with Elohim who gives life to the dead and calls that which does not exist as existing.
Man, and it say gives life to the dead. We talking about mentally and spiritually.
Man, yeah. Go up a little bit. Let me see that real quick. And I like that what it said, which does not. It said gives life to the dead and calls that which does not exist as existing. Like he said, we were spiritually dead. We basically didn't exist at one time. You know what I'm saying? And then we get into the, you feel me? Now we feel like, man, we feel like new people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm alive now.
Whole new creation. A whole new creation.
Alive now, right?
New creature.
Really feel alive, for sure.
Oh, praises. Yeah, I couldn't let that just go past. I'm like, man, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? That's deep. That's deep, man. I'd be like, Dad, you be thinking to yourself, like, man, like, and you look how old you is, or you be like, Dad, like, I survived all this time without this truth. You know what I'm saying? You be like, wonder, how did I even do it? But that was the Most High. But it's like, it's just amazing. Now it's like, Dad, I wish I would have knew this a long time ago. It's like I'm just now just alive, new creature. All praises, man.
Wow, praise.
For real, man. All right, who against all expectation did believe in expectation, so that he should become father of many nations, according to what was said, so shall your seed be.
Who against all expectation did believe, right? In expectation, in what the Most High told him he was going to do. So the Most High word don't come back void. So you expect this now. Right. Abraham expected to have a seed that come from his own body. It's not like, oh, what they tell you to hope. I hope this happens. The Most High said it's going to be, so I hope it happens. When you hope it happens, that means you still have doubt. You still have doubt in you. But when the Most High said and you expect it, because you know his word don't come back void, that means you have no doubt in your mind. Come on, man.
Straight up, bro. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High, right?
Right.
You gotta know, man. He's like, man, come on. Like, we feel like that too. Like, if my word not bond, people get offended. Like, if I told you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, right? How much more the Most High? You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Oh.
Like he said, I am not one that should lie. That's what he said. And not having grown weak in belief, he did not consider his own body already dead,
being old,
being about 100 years old, and the deadness of Sarah's womb.
She's probably in menopause, right? So he's saying, it say Abraham already dead, being 100 years old. It's talking about how old he was when it say being dead. Because once you get a little older, it's like your sperm doesn't, hit like that, right? And it say in the deadness of Sarah's womb, you know what I'm saying? I guess these days they call it menopause, right? But it said Abraham, he never grew weak in belief. Come on, man. And the Most High count that for righteousness. Come on.
He did not hesitate about the promise of Elohim through unbelief, but was strengthened in belief, giving esteem to Elohim.
Man, high respect, high praise.
And that's that patience. The Most High be like, you gotta have that patience we talked about earlier, because like for you to sit there and become that old and still believe, that patience. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why he got a whole bosom named after him.
Right. And being completely persuaded that what he had promised, he was also able to do. Therefore, also it was reckoned to him for righteousness.
Right. This belief, right? Never wavering, right?
Right. We talked about that earlier, right? Steadfastness.
Man, he never grew weak. What the scriptures is what we just read. Never grew weak in his belief.
And not because of him alone was it written, there it was reckoned to him, but also because of us, to whom it shall be reckoned to us who believe in him, who raised up Yahusha, our master, from the dead.
Paul talking about. Paul say because, but also because of us us right now, to whom it shall be reckoned, to us who believe in the Most High, who raised up Yahusha of Mashiach from the dead. All praises, man. Most High say, believe in me.
Who was delivered up because of our trespass and was raised for us to be declared right.
Yeah, all praise. All right. You still awake over there? I know you was tired today.
I'm still tired. After we get done, I'm gonna take me a nice little nap. You know, I'm good though. Sirach chapter 2, 6 through 14.
I got it up.
You got it? All right.
Believe in him, and he will help you. Order your way aright, and trust in him.
And that believe in him, and he will help you. That's faith right there.
Mm-hmm. And walking upright. We just read like that, Jason. What is the book of the upright, right? So order your way aright. You know what I'm saying? And trust in the Most High. Again, be patient. We're going to get that definition of trust real soon. But it say trust in him. Trust in him. Go ahead, Doc.
Ye that fear Yahoo, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall.
So when you go aside according to the Most High, what's going to happen, Doc?
Lest ye fall.
Fall out here.
Right. And he's telling you to be patient too. You know?
Right.
That's a part of the fruits of the spirit.
Mm-hmm. Because we just seen how patient Abraham was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never went aside, never wavered from never grown weak in his belief. Patient.
I'm gonna start that from the top, because this is something like that's a lot in this one little line. I gotta hit it. It says, "Ye that fear Yahoo, wait for his mercy, and aside, lest ye fall." That's like lean on your own understanding, huh? You know what I'm saying?
It is. Just think about it. You don't wait on the Most High, do you? I do it myself. And you messing everything up, right?
Or try to do it yourself.
Right.
And then, but look who he talking to a specific people right here. Again, it's a separation. He's talking about the people that fear the Most High.
Right.
If you don't fear the Most High, he ain't speaking to you. He's saying, if you fear the Most High, wait for his mercy.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, yeah, man. My bad.
Okay. Ye that fear Yahuwah, believe him.
That's another thing. We still talking to a specific people, right? Go ahead.
Nah, that was it right there. Believe him. Like we said, it's without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High.
Right. And we see that if you believe him, it's accounted for righteousness. Come on.
Right. And just think about when you're trying to talk to people. The mothers don't fear the Most High, so it's a clear divide. Like, man, how come they don't hear what I'm saying? It's so easy. That's because they don't believe in the Most High. They don't fear the Most High.
Right. And just to get off topic for a little second, but it's still kind of on topic. It's the same way, because when y'all was showing them the video with they opening up the portals and and all this with the Pope and all these things. Just think about it though. It's because that clear divide is being it's seen now. You feel me?
Right. You see that they don't fear the Most High.
Exactly. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do this 10, 15 years ago. It would be an uproar with the people. Maybe, especially 20, 25 years ago, when everybody was, you couldn't just you know, because they put it on you slowly. They started with the alphabet crews and stuff like that. Just start letting you accept these things slowly and slowly. Put it in your TV shows and your commercials, everything, and your music, all these things. So you steady become immune to it and accept these things. Once you become immune to it, no matter what you think, you still accepting it. You ain't rebuking it. You feel me? So they slowly put that into you. Now they at a point where they like, yeah, it's a jubilee. We can open up these portals because they immune to all the wickedness in this world. They love darkness out here. You feel me? Feed them darkness because they love it. You know what I'm saying? 25 years ago, you couldn't feed the people darkness. It'll be an uproar, man. Sure.
That's how you know, and that's how we know the times we live in. Not like the Most High said, that lawlessness shall increase, iniquity shall abound.
Right, for sure.
Ye that fear Yahuwah, believe him, and your reward shall not fail.
God. Come on. We look at that kingdom, man.
Expectation.
Right. That's our expectation, right? That kingdom, right? And he say, right. That reward, it shall not fail. You believe in him. Come on.
Ye that fear Yahuwah, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy.
Okay. So we need that, right?
Right. Hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. That's eternal life right there.
Right.
So, talk about everlasting joy and mercy.
That's nonstop.
Nonstop.
That's a gift, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the generation of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahuwah? It was confounded?
Just read about Abraham. Right? And there's that trust word again. He trusted in Yahuwah, right? Was he confounded? Was he confused?
No. Or did anybody abide in fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For Yahuwah is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgives sins, and saves in times of affliction.
Praise Yah.
You know,
praise
and that's
Yah.
what we, right? That we, you know, he saves in this time of affliction. That we know it's coming out.
That's mercy.
Yeah. Full of compassion. That's why that scripture in Lamentations say his compassion renews every morning, because he's full of it. Once you're full of something, that means you can't take no more, right? Come on.
Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinners that goes two ways.
The sinner that does what?
Goes two ways.
Sinner that's lukewarm, Doc. He lukewarm out here. He got 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. So that's twice, right? Woe to be fearful, the fearful hearts, and the faint-hearted, man. Because like you said, that belief, man. If you out here scared, faint-hearted, beaten down by the world, you don't got no trust in the Most High. You can't have belief.
Praise Yah. That's for sure.
We saw that with Haran, right?
Right.
You say that?
Yeah, man.
You got the good microphone on today, Out?
Nah. You know my phone be tripping, bro. I tell you, they be messing with my phone. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Yeah, my phone, man, it be them mothers be messing with my phone. I'm telling you. But yeah, so yeah, you gotta have that belief, man. You can't be fearful. And even when you read the people that's gonna get that's not gonna make it into the kingdom, the ones that's outside, it talks about the fearful, man.
Mm-hmm.
These last days, this is good to read because they're gonna be trying to, push that mark of the beast, that trick. You can't be fearful, man. You gotta be faithful unto death, like the scripture.
And to be specific, what you talking about, it called them cowardly and untrustworthy.
Straight up. And we seen that in 2020, they gave us a little bit of dose of what's to come with the 2020, man. We seen a whole lot of fearful hearts and faint-hearted people.
Right. Cowards. And not trusting in the Most High. Right.
Straight up. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands. And I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. That's fearful, bro. Cause look, my thing is, once you start being fearful, and it's like the Most High trying to look out for you, man. He's like, look, don't be scared, cause now you're gonna do something out of fear, and you might get destroyed for what you did out of fear.
Right. A coward. Again, that same Revelations 21 and 8 that you're talking about, the cowards and untrustworthy, they gonna deal with that second death. Perish. Glad you brought that up.
Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goes 2 ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted.
That noise, he's still doing it.
Therefore,
keep hearing that thumping shit on the floor.
Oh, you're not muted. Because
hey, Shabbat Shalom, Letitia. We can hear you though.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, that's my cousin right there. Cousin's wife. But yeah, let's start from the top. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believes not. Therefore, he shall not be defended.
Go ahead. I know you got something to say on that.
You got it, Doc.
Nah, but we just got what faint-hearted means. You don't truly believe. You have doubt. It says if you faint-hearted, you don't believe. And the Most High won't defend you. I mean, if he ain't defending you, he putting that flashing sword on you that we read about in that Deuteronomy. Right?
Yep. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Uh-oh.
We talked about that. That's being that steadfastness.
Right. Unwavering. Unwavering.
And what will ye do? Right? What will ye do when Yahuwah shall visit you?
Come on. What can you do when you lose patience?
Cause look, like it said, it's appointed unto man once to die. Then after that, the judgment.
Right.
So it said, what will ye do when Yahuwah has visited you? Cause that's gonna happen.
Right. And once you lose patience, that means you start doubting. Not straight up.
You got it, Yahuwah, if you're gonna read, or anybody else want to read.
Help you brothers out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real tired today. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. I'm good.
That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? We get your head knocked off on a video game late night. You know, thinking, you know what I'm saying? Thinking you ain't a whole Jubilee +1 out here. You know, that's what happens. All right, where we at with it? First Tim
4. 1 Timothy 4, 9, and 10. Trustworthy is the word, and worthy of all acceptance.
Right.
It is for this that we labor and struggle, because we trust in the living Elohim,
right,
who is the Savior of all men, particularly of those who believe.
Particularly, meaning specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Clear distinction.
Yeah, real distinctive. I can't say that word accordingly, but specifically, right? Hey, now, I know y'all been waiting. Let's go get that definition of trust now. Let's go and knock it out now.
Get it out.
Trust or trustworthy?
Let's get that trust. We've been dealing with the trust a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is the build. This is the climax right here. Let's get the definition of trust right now. But we've been dealing with it a lot today. What does that mean, Doc?
Firm belief
Well, you can just pause it right there. Pause it right there. What does trust mean?
Firm belief.
When something is firm, that means like steel or something like that. It's real firm. It does not move, right? Or should I should use another metal because I think steel can bend. I use one of them strong metals like gold or something. It's firm. It don't bend. You feel me?
Can I say something?
I think gold bends too. I need to use another analogy. Go ahead though. Well, I think of a metal that gold.
Talking about, hey, building your house on that rock. That rock.
That's solid. Say that too, right?
That's perfect, right? That's perfect right there. That's perfect, guys.
I'm gonna say the rock.
A rock, a rock.
Don't build that house on sand, right? You said building on the rock.
Firm belief, I mean it's unwavering, steadfast, right? You know what I'm saying? You ain't saying, oh yeah, I got a little doubt. I got a little doubt in me. It's firm. Your belief is firm. Keep reading that definition though. Go ahead.
Firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something.
In the Most High, firm belief in reliability, the truth, ability, or strength in the Most High. That's what truth is. Firm
Confidence.
belief.
Confidence, belief, faith, freedom from suspicion, right?
Or doubt. What they say, freedom from suspicion / doubt. When you have a firm belief or you trust, there's no doubt in you.
Sureness, certainty, certitude, assurance, conviction, credence, reliance. You can rely on the Most High.
Right. Hey, go ahead, I
want to point that out too, because like this firm belief and the reliability, and then it's like a comma, right? And so that's that truth by itself, and then comma, right? Like Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen that, like, man, that's deep.
That's true. That's trust. That's real trust, Doc. That's real trust. Having no doubts, Doc. No diggity, no doubt.
Right.
Okay. Luke 18, 1-8. And he spoke a parable to them, that they should always pray and not lose heart.
Read that one more time, please.
And he spoke a parable to them, that they should always pray and not lose heart.
Nobody keep these commands. When they say, oh yeah, we keeping Christ's commands, we keep Mashiach. This look like a command to me. When he's speaking this parable, it said always pray and not lose heart. Basically, not doubt. When you start losing heart, that means you start doubting. It's the same thing, man.
Dang. In a certain city, there was a certain judge, not fearing Elohim nor regarding man. And a widow was in that city. She came to him saying, do right to me on my adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward, he said within himself, even if I do not fear Elohim nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I shall do right to her. Least by her continual coming, she wears me out. And the master said, hear what the unrighteous judge said. And shall Elohim not do right by all means to his own chosen ones who are crying out day and night to him?
We need to keep going.
And being patient over them?
Right now. Come on, if we his chosen ones, we supposed to be crying out day and night, right?
Night.
That's what happened when the Most High came and delivered our people out of Egypt. They was crying day and night. The Most High heard their cries. The same thing, man.
And you know, in these last days, we supposed to be crying out to the Most High for all this stuff that we seeing right now. The Most High gonna hear us.
Yo, his chosen ones. That's that separation again.
I say to you that he shall do right to them speedily. But when the son of Adam comes, shall he find the belief on the earth? Big question right there.
That's a hey, for real.
That's a real big question.
So, and we gotta ask ourselves that. Are we gonna be trusting in the Most High when the son of Adam comes? Or are we gonna be impatient and be like, oh man, and start dealing with the cares of this world, being lukewarm?
Okay. Luke chapter 8, 4 through 16. And when a large crowd had gathered, and those who are coming to him from every city, he spoke by a parable. A sower went out to sow his seed. And as he sowed, some indeed fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the birds of the heaven devoured it, and the other fell on the rock. And when it grew up, it withered because it had no moisture. And the other fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up with it and choked it. And the other fell on the good soil and grew up and yielded a crop 100-fold. Having said this, he cried, "He who has an ear, let him hear." And his taught ones were asking him, saying, "What does this parable mean?" And he said, "To you it has been given to know the secrets of the reign of Elohim, but to the rest in parables that seeing, they do not see, and hearing, they do not understand."
Come on. And that go back to every time y'all met, say you be speaking to somebody plain, bring the scriptures out to them plain. But seeing, they do not see, hearing, they do not understand, man.
Right.
Yeah, they about to with Christmas. You know what I'm saying? A clear the Nimrod tree. I mean, this stuff is so clear, but still they don't see it. By this time, I feel like if you still celebrating Christmas, ain't no way you don't know that it has nothing to do with Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? As clear as they don't see.
Right. And that's when they start leaning on their own understanding and say, well, this is what I do it for. I do it to celebrate Christ. You know what I'm saying? You're leaning on your own understanding. And Proverbs, I say that's evil.
Man, they stopped saying that. Now they say we do it for the kids.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's still.
No, we do it for the kids, man. You know, we know Messiah wasn't born then. We do it for the kids.
That's evil.
Man, you know, scripts say don't cause your son and daughter to pass through the fire. That's exactly what they do. Mm-hmm.
They try to get me to do Christmas carols at
work.
Oh man. Oh man, I was hell no. They was having a little work thing. I was like, I don't celebrate that. I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm like, I have a different faith. And they were like, okay. And then I had to dodge that. But they'll, and I'm in a precarious situation right now. So I was just like, I wasn't trying to just be like, hey, I don't do that. But they came out and they did some kind of just a roll the dice game. And I was like, do you want to participate in that? My boss was there and I'm like, I guess I just want to be but I just let them know, hey, I don't celebrate like that, but they'll try to sneak it in or justify it. And yeah, it's just crazy.
And when they sneak it in out, you gotta stand firm. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Because my woman at her job, she always gotta tell them. But I gotta tell her, when you be so gentle with them, oh yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas. That's just being so gentle. She never listened to my advice, and it's probably for the best. I be telling her, they be coming there with you with that. I be like, man, tell them, man, I don't deal with that wickedness. You feel me? I know everybody gonna hate you if you say that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, I don't deal with that wickedness, man. Because that's what it is, though. It is what it is. It's wicked.
Yeah, what it is.
Hey, I just want to, broad is the path, broad is the way to destruction, narrow is the way to life. And in a world where we seeing so much lawlessness and so much iniquity abounding, and the fact that so many people still keeping Christmas, that should let you know something ain't right about it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody celebrating, and it's supposed to be about Christ, but everybody ain't living Christ's life. Come on, man.
That's a broad path. I know what you're saying. That's a broad path right there. Yeah. Everybody going.
Right? And this is the parable. The seed is the word of Elohim.
Oh, hold on. We talk. That's that same what we dealt with earlier. The word of Elohim. So who is that seed?
Word of Elohim.
The seed looks like it's Mashiach.
Yeah, Messiah, always.
Yeah, that seed is Mashiach because he is what? The word of Elohim. Come on.
And those by the wayside are the ones who hear.
Mm-hmm.
And the devil comes and takes away the word from their hearts.
Where you take it from, Ak?
And take it from their heart, snatch it.
Right.
He's having believed they should be saved, right? And those on the rock, are those when they hear, see the word with joy.
Right.
And these have no root, who believe for a while, and in time of trial fall away.
Come on, Ak. Come on. We can't make these things up. We read this, right?
Right.
That's that. And look, and those who believe for a while, and in the time of trial, they fall away. That goes back with that fearful being. They got faint-hearted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got
praises. Oh, praises. Straight up, Ak. Straight up.
Or like that one brother, who was believing till a woman came up. He couldn't help it. Had to get with that woman who was married or with somebody else. And now the brother Egyptologist, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that brother, but I don't know if that's a time. I guess that could be a time of trial for him. His trial was lust.
Right. And he fell away and it went to something that will justify that lust. You know what I'm saying?
Justify it. Yeah. You gotta, find something that, okay. Yeah. And plus you saying we reincarnated too, so I get to come back?
Hey, everybody gonna get resurrected. You feel me? When you get resurrected, are you going to that second death or are you going to the kingdom? Straight up.
And that which fell among those, and that which fell among thorns are those who they heard go out and are choked with worries and riches and pleasures of life and bring no fruit to perfection.
Bring no fruit to what?
Perfection.
Again, we're going to have to revisit that. Do you have to be perfect to enter into the kingdom? But again, they fell among these thorns. What it say? They choke with the worries of this world, right? They choke with trying to get money in this world, right? They choke with trying to get pleasures in this lifetime, right? Esau's lifetime, I guess we'll call it, right? And bring no fruit to perfection. I mean, you probably searched for these riches and had the riches, the pleasure of right. But we know alms is a great atonement for sins, right? So you ain't even try to do that. Go ahead, if I cut you off though.
They just all caught up. Like just all up in the world. That's it. So they care about.
All right.
You can look at this one right here as a past. And that which fell among thorns are those who when they have heard, go out and are choked with worries, you know, they doctrine, they worry, riches, they worry, they want that money and the pleasure of life and bring no fruit to perfection.
Ooh,
and that's the part where I say that could be the pastor, man, when you said that. Go ahead, y'all.
And that which fell among thorns, those when they have heard, they go out and are choked with worries, worried about what their friends think, worried about what their congregation will do. You know what I'm saying? Worried about, like you said, the riches. Would they continue?
Look at that worries part first. Look at that worries part. Oh, we got LGBT coming up in here.
Right.
We got transsexuals coming up in here. I need their money too. Riches.
Yeah. Yes. If we preach again, we ain't getting paid.
We ain't getting paid.
Let me get that jet.
Man, pleasures of life or members women. Oh, look at Miss Johnson today. Your wife's looking pretty nice today, brother.
and bring no fruit to perfection. That means that you ain't grown in that church. You're
not even growing in that. Yeah, you're not growing in that church. And the pastor, man, like Roman said, they knew the word, but they ain't bring nobody. They ain't bring no fruits in. You'll know them by their fruits, right?
Dang, that's why people be falling asleep in church. You know what I'm saying? Living the same life that they live over and over again. They find themselves back on the altar, having to rededicate their life again over. It's a circle. It's a cycle.
And I mean, they never read the script, because the script say he can't come down for you on the stake again. So what does rededicate your life mean?
I got a good one. And bring no fruit to perfection. Like Mashiach said, be perfect like I am for your Father. They tell you can't be perfect, huh?
Exactly. That's why we got to deal with that again. That's why we got to deal with that again. Straight up.
Go ahead. You got it, y'all.
Do you need to be perfect? Do you need to be perfect to enter into the kingdom? You got to deal with that again.
He said, as I am the Father perfect, and bring no fruit to perfection. That's crazy, y'all. That's deep. Cause how you be perfect? Keeping the commandments.
Right. And his belief. We've been dealing with this belief today, and it's showing. Because again, all these things go hand in hand. Belief. That's why we're gonna deal with that obedience next. Because all of these go hand in hand. Belief with obedience. Faith without works. All these things go hand in hand, man. Straight up. It's not one without the other, basically.
And that on the good soil are those who, having heard the word with a noble and good heart, retain it.
Pure heart.
Right.
Sincere heart.
Sincere heart, okay. They retain it and bear fruit with endurance.
Bearing fruit. Because you remember y'all read that Paul earlier. It said, and all praise to the Most High that he brought us into this assembly, right? Or he brought us to this, I can't quote it accordingly, but we talked about it earlier, right? Because we was one point persecutors and all these things. But now we retain his word, bearing fruit with endurance. Because it say, he who endures to the end shall be saved, right?
Right.
And no one, having lit a lamp, covers it with a vessel or puts it under a bed.
Right.
But he puts it on a lampstand so that those coming in see the light.
Hold on. Where we at? Luke 8:4-16. Okay, yeah, let's jump. Okay, I'm glad I caught up with you. Cause I know you're tired over there.
No, it's good, huh?
Okay.
That's just like that. What's that? Matthew
25.
7.
You don't want to read that 17.
7 and 15, something like that.
Yeah, let's jump though. I get to that
Matthew. Matthew 25. All right.
Yes,
Matthew 25.
We're gonna jump back to that 17. Not just hit that
Okay.
25.
Okay. I'm like, you can't leave that out. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
We're gonna get that. Let's jump to that though. Let's say, cause what we're talking about is just so perfect right now. Go ahead though.
Watch therefore, because you do not know the day nor the hour in which the Son of Adam is coming. For it is like a man going from home, who called his own servant and delivered his possessions to them. And to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to each according to his own ability, and went from home.
See that? So the Most High never give you more than you can take. I'm giving it to you according to your ability, right?
Mm-hmm. And he who had received 5 talents went and worked with them and made another 5 talents. In the same way, say it again,
he just doubling up 5 plus 5.
Doubling up. Okay. In the same way, he with the 2 talents. In the same way, he with the 2 also, he gained 2 more.
Double up.
But he who had received the 1 went away and dug it in the ground and hid the silver of his master.
You see that? He said, I'll never give you more than your own ability. The first 2 doubled up. I gave you 1. I expect you to come back with 2. I gave it to you according to your own ability. But you're the opposite. You're the one that went and covered you put your lampstand under the dresser, right? That it couldn't be seen. So the Most High give you some understanding. He said, hey, bring that to the people according to what I have given you, right? Don't hide it from them. Don't put your lampstand, you know what I'm saying, under something so it can't be seen. But we seeing the one with this 1 talent did that, right?
You gonna read that out with Mashiach when he said to Peter, feed my sheep or no?
Nah, we don't have that in part 1, but you can hit it though. It's all good.
Read it. This is the same thing. I like Mashiach said. If you love me, tell my people, right? You're supposed to tell the people. That's it. Don't hide what the Most High giving you.
Right.
I allow them spare not. So my people, they transgression.
Right. Don't cover that lamp. All of them go one hand in hand. All praises.
So if you cover that lamp, do you love them? You know what I'm saying? If you got the knowledge, or you don't tell the people, can you really say you love them? No.
All right. Or do you even believe?
Yeah. Do you truly believe? Because you ain't gonna spread nothing that you don't truly believe. And if you are spreading it and if you don't truly believe it, it's because you're getting some gain from it.
And after a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with them. And he who had received 5 talents came and brought 5 other talents. Same master, you delivered to me 5 talents. See, I have gained 5 more talents. Besides,
and that's how excited we'll be. You know what I'm saying? That's how excited we are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody coming to this truth. And especially if you spoke to them first, y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Brothers say, oh yeah, I ain't prideful. It's hard to be humble in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, master, I gained 5 more. Come on.
Yeah. That sounds like you right there. That sounds just like you. I got me 5 more.
I ain't say that. I said that to the master. We got 5 more, man. We got 5 more.
You know, praise to the Most High. You know, all praise.
Oh, praise. And his master said to him, well done, good and trustworthy servant.
Come on. Tell me you don't want to hear that from the Most High.
Man, that's all I want to hear. Well done.
Man, after you done got 5 more, master, we got 5 more. Come on.
You are trustworthy over a little. I shall set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master.
Come on, that's the kingdom. When the Most High say that to you, when he say enter into the joy of your master, the Most High gonna be saying that. When he say that, that's gonna be the kingdom right there.
You know, Like the worldly, like promotions and all that sound good, but I ain't never really been too much into this world. But this right here, I would love to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Enter into the joy of your master. You know what I'm saying? You have done good. That's what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Real, all praises.
It's either hear that or you gonna hear depart from me, you that work iniquity.
Man.
You don't want to hear that. Right?
And we're gonna see what he say. Keep on reading. Let's get to it. What we don't want to hear.
All right. Then he who had received 2 talents came and said, Master, you delivered to me 2 talents. See, I have gained 2 more talents besides them. His master said to him, well done, good and trustworthy servant. You are trustworthy over a little. I shall set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master.
It's just about doubling up. He give you according to your ability. He just saying double up.
Mm-hmm. And the one who had received the 1 talent also came and said, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. Being afraid, I went and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours.
Mel already told you 20 times, the fearful hearted. He said, being afraid. Fearful hearted.
And the master answering said to him, you wicked and lazy servant.
What he call him out?
Wicked and lazy servant.
And so to be lazy and the Most High is being wicked. These 2 things also go hand in hand. If the Most High give you some wisdom, some knowledge, some understanding, he said, go spread that. Let your light be seen, right? But you covered your light. You put your light under the lamp. You put your light under the dresser where it couldn't be seen, right? You lazy and wicked, man.
You knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Then you should have put my silver with the banker, and at my coming I would have received back my own with interest.
Come on, I hope you two the banker right now.
Therefore, take away the talent from him and give it to him who possesses 10 talents.
Come on. So when he say he taking away your talents, what's that mean?
Man, he taking away your knowledge. He taking away all that. Give me all that.
He cutting you off, Bob. You cut off. Think about you watch a show or something, I know ain't none of y'all experienced this, but you watch a show and it's like some rich parents and they got a daughter and she just be spending, then the daddy say you cut off. Think about how heartbroken they be. It's the same thing. You ain't getting no more talents. And then whatever you had, give me that. You cut off, man.
And like they say, hell and all that wasn't made for man. That was made for the devil and his angels. So now you being cut off. You being cut off from the kingdom because it was all for us to inherit everlasting life.
Right. So once you've been cut off, where you gonna be? Those who are already cut off. Remember, when the devil and them was cut off, what happened? The Most High threw them to the earth. You can't be in these celestial bodies where we at. You cut off. Throw you down to the earth where the humans at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Back to Luke 8. Starting at verse 17. 17 and 18. For whatever is hidden shall be revealed, and whatever is secret shall be known and come to light. Therefore, take heed how you hear. That's a big statement. Therefore, take heed how you hear. For whoever possesses, to him more shall be given. And whoever does not possess, even what he what he think he possesses shall be taken from him.
Even what he think he possesses, even what understanding you think you have, right? So let's say take heed. Yeah, take heed how you hear. You know what I'm saying? Have that discernment, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ready, y'all, man? Or you want me to keep going? All right.
Yeah, I could read.
We might have a 3-part this one out.
All right. What are we reading to?
This one right here, all right?
Yeah, 14 through what? Oh.
What you say?
14. What you want? What you mean 3-parted?
Cause we still on part 1. Y'all still got some reading to do.
Hold on. Let me grab my other earpiece. I ain't hear nothing y'all just said.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear me. You can hear me out.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
All right, sure. Okay. And coming to the taught one, he saw a large crowd around them. The scribes disputing with them. And immediately when the crowd saw him, they were greatly astonished and running greeted him. And he asked the scribes, "What are you disputing with them?" And the crowd answering said, "Teacher, I brought you my son who has a dumb spirit." You read about the spirits in what's that? In the Solomon joint?
Testament Solomon. And speaking about them portals, man, that's I don't know what these people releasing us some spirits are.
Releasing the spirits. And wherever he seizes him, he throws him down, and he foams at the mouth and gnash his teeth, and he wastes away. And I spoke to your taught ones that they should cast him out, but they were not able. You know what I mean? All right, hold on. And then, oh man, can you think about that Testament of Solomon? Like I said, like, yeah, they told you what words, but every time, no matter what, Mashiach was the, you know what I'm saying, was the ultimate to get them demons up out of there. But right. Yeah. And he answered him and said, "O unbelieving generation, how long shall I be with you?"
That's a question. That's a question, because he said, "When I come back again, shall I find anyone believing?"
How long shall I put up with you? Bring him to me.
Come on, and he steady showing these same signs. Think about that when he say, "Should I find anyone believing?" Because he looking at this unbelieving generation when he performing these signs. So think about the people that ain't seen these signs. They be like, "Man, I don't believe." They gonna have doubt. That's why he asked that question. When I come back, am I gonna find anybody believing? Because I'm doing all these signs and wonders in the presence of these people, and they still an unbelieving generation. The Most High brought these people through the Sea of Reeds, the Red Sea, and they were still unbelieving. Come on, man. They seeing all these things, and then we don't even see it, right? The definition of belief in Hebrews. So that's why he asked the question, man. Am I gonna find anybody believing when I touch back down?
Bring him to me. So they brought him to him, and when he saw him, immediately the spirit threw him into convulsion, and falling on the ground.
My bad.
Good. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Don't put the recliner down.
All right, and let me see. Okay.
And falling to the ground then.
Y'all, and falling on the ground, rolled about, foaming at the mouth. And he asked his father, "How long has he been like this?" And he said,
"We talking about Mashiach. We talking about Mashiach asking how long has he been like this." Think about it. It's a whole crowd around him. He performing this miracle. Why you think he asked him how long he been like this? Mashiach already know, but he doing that for the crowd. So why? So they will believe, man.
And he said from childhood, and often he had thrown him both into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if it is at all possible for you, have compassion on us and help us. And Yahusha said to him, if you are able to believe, all is possible to him who believes.
See that? All is possible to him who believes. All praises.
And immediately the father of the child cried out and said with tears, I believe, Master, help my unbelief.
Come on. And if we have unbelief or doubt, any type of doubt, we need to do the same thing.
Right.
We need to do the same thing and cry out to the Most High and say, please help my unbelief.
Right. And when Yahusha saw came running together,
Hey, stop right there. I don't think we wanted all that. I told you we were probably gonna have some hiccups. Stop him right there. Because that's what we really wanted right there. He said, and immediately the father of the child cried out with tears, I believe, Master, help my unbelief. Anytime we having some type of doubt in our mind, we need to cry out these same words, man. Because doubt will get you looking like Haran out here. Go ahead. Let's jump to the next one. Get there. Romans.
Romans 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 3 and 4, y'all, man. You keep moving, all
right. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief nullify the trustworthiness of Elohim?
Good question.
Let it not be, but let Elohim be true, and every man a liar, as it has been written, that you should be declared right in your words and prevail in your judging.
All right. Because everything that he say is gonna come to pass. Nothing's coming back void.
Okay. 2nd Ezra 15, 1 through 4.
All right. Behold, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in your mouth, says Yahoo, and call them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
All right. And that's how prophecy is. Once it's written down, once it's put on pad, you feel me?
Fear not the imaginations against you. Let not the incredulity of them trouble you that speak against you.
Hey, let's get that word one time. That incredulity. Say, what that mean? Fear not the imaginations against you, and let not incredulity of them trouble you.
Spell it for me.
INCREDULITY. What does that mean?
It means the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something.
Or unable to believe in the Most High, right?
Right.
Okay.
Disbelief.
Unable to believe.
Lack of belief. Unbelief. Lack of belief.
Like people try to like the Most High ain't real, or that Bible isn't written by man and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Let them trouble you out. Don't let them trouble you out. Straight up. That's what we getting right here. Everybody those that lack belief, don't let them trouble you.
For all of the unfaithful shall die in their unbelief and their unbelieffulness.
Or their unfaithfulness, right?
Oh, my
So
bad.
that's
My bad.
yeah, I don't know where you're gonna be from an F. It's okay though.
Right. I was wondering what's going on over there. What's happening over there?
Yeah. But that's and that's a firm statement, right? That we can believe in. All. It didn't say some. It didn't say some of the unfaithful. It said all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? So we gotta understand that, man. Even a little doubt get you cut off out here. If you being unfaithful to the Most High, get you cut off out here.
Straight up. Hey, choose this day, right?
Straight up.
I think 1 Peter 1:3-6.
Blessed be the Elohim and Father of our Master Yahushua Messiah, who according to his great compassion has caused us to be born again to a living expectation through the resurrection of Yahushua Messiah from the dead.
Hey, a living expectation. Come on. We already know he been raised. He's like, the same thing gonna happen with us. That's what we expect.
Facts. To an inheritance incorruptible and undefiled and unfading, having been kept in the heavens for you. That's what I'm saying. So when we talk about how they'll be cut off or they'll get their inheritance, that's right there, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's that treasure that we stacking up, something that's incorruptible, undefiled, and unfading, right? That's that treasure that we stacking up in the kingdom.
Who are protected by the power of Elohim through belief. Through belief.
If you unbelieving, that means the Most High protected these treasures that you quote unquote gathering in the kingdom.
Yeah, we read that. They said like if you don't believe that, he ain't gonna defend you. We read that earlier.
There you go. There you go. It's not protected. That's perfect, God. Praise God. That's perfect. You ain't being defended. Like I just brought back out. You ain't being defended. You ain't being protected by the Most High.
Who are protected by the power of Elohim through belief, for a deliverance ready to be revealed in the last time.
When this deliverance gonna be revealed out?
In the last time.
Gotta have patience, what we read about earlier, right?
Be brave-hearted, right? Bold, right? All that.
Sure.
In which you exalt, even though for a little while, if need be, you have been grieved by manifold trials.
Manifold trials. That means a lot.
A lot.
Right? Let's go deal with that a little bit, because we exalting right now, even though we dealing with some trial. Let's jump to that Sirach one time.
Are we jumping back here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll get it, baby. Get that other verse, all right.
We'll deal with it. Hit that Sirach real quick. Let me see where you at. Sirach 2, 1-4.
So you gotta deal with some of that persecution, might have to lose your job, all types of stuff, man.
All these things, even though for a little time, but you say it's just a little time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We still exalting though. We still praising the Most High, even though we going through these trials, right?
Right. Straight up.
Okay, so Sirach 2, 1-6. That's what I got.
Yes. 1-4. My bad. 1-4.
My son, you come to serve Yahuwah. Prepare your soul for temptation.
We read this all the time, so we know this. This ain't nothing new to us, right?
Right.
No.
Most High said he gonna give us these manifold trials, right?
lose those friends, right? He said, love not the world, for the world love his own. They ain't gonna they gonna hate you. He said that. The world gonna hate you because they love their own. So my son, if you come to serve Yah, prepare your soul for temptation. Set your heart aright and constantly endure.
What you need to do, Up?
Man, you gotta be steadfast, and constantly endure.
Constantly, Up. I mean, that's nonstop too. While you in this flesh, always you need to constantly endure, because he who endures to the end shall we say. Praise Yah. Keep going, Up. I'm with you.
Straight up, and make not hate in the time of trouble.
See that?
Right? And make not hate in the time of trouble, man.
Hey,
don't leave standing, right? Lean on the most.
And we especially gotta say that to the Hamite. You know what I'm saying? We know them Hamites not in. I'm just waking them up. I'm just waking the Hamite up. Make not haste in the time of trouble, Hamite. You feel me?
Yeah, Andre, man, stop letting them talk about you like that. Tell me you ain't no Hamite,
Okay, I'm still with you.
Brother just take shots at anybody. Go ahead, yeah, man.
Especially in these last days. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and there's plenty of trouble. There's plenty of trouble out.
More to come. More to come. Right. Another pandemic on the 21st of January. This might, and Psalms 91. People might really be getting sick and dropping out here because it's getting worse.
It says it's gonna be a stomach virus this time, huh?
Yeah, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Don't be so quick to go out there and trust these people, and they snake bites and all types of wickedness they gonna have planned for us, man.
That they already got planned.
Telling you, cleave unto him, right? Cleave unto him.
Wait. That go back to when we was reading it earlier. And faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. You gotta have belief.
Right.
The Most High, you gotta have belief.
Right. In order to run to the Most High, you gotta believe in him, right? Yeah, cleave unto him. Trust him.
Right.
And depart not away. Right? No matter what, right? No matter what you're faced with, depart not away.
Mm-hmm.
And these words is just even more, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially in the times we living in and what we got coming up in the forefront. I mean, come on. How could you read this and not feel this? You know what I'm saying?
Man, it'd be what we read in that Isaiah earlier, or when we was quoting Isaiah earlier. They got eyes to see, but they do not see. They have ears to hear, but they do not understand.
And depart not away, that you may be increased, right? At your last end.
What's the last end? What's the last end? What's that judgment time?
Yeah.
They say that you're gonna be increased in that. So from the state that you are in now, when judgment comes, you will be increased. Come on. He endures to the end shall be saved. That's increasing right there.
Whatsoever is brought upon you, take cheerfully.
You see that, Hamite? You see that, Hamite? They say, don't complain, Hamite. Whatever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully.
And be patient, right? Like, stay patient.
Yeah, that go with patience, for sure.
When you are changed to a lower state.
People gonna be at that. In these last days, we all gonna be at that. Like you say, they've been shutting down everybody ways of getting income. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna depend on? You're gonna be depending on, I was getting this income, or you gonna be depending on the Most High? Trusting in the Most High, firm belief.
Man, for gold, fire.
We stopping it right there. We just wanted to get that real quick.
My God.
Stopping right there.
I'm about to die right there.
Right.
Yeah, he always stopping short. That's that
It's
hammer.
okay. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever you say. Take it cheerfully and be patient when you change to a lower state. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to that first Peter. Let's get back to that first Peter.
That fire.
Let's get back to that first Peter. Let's pick
Told
it back
you,
up. Let's pick
I
it back
told
up.
you, I.
Pick it
That's
back
how
up at 7. What we was
how
at
them
7?
Hamites do, I.
Can't mess with these brothers right there. You skipping off.
Yeah, he trying to hide. He lighting the lamp and putting it under the bed. Putting it under the bed.
He's done now. He's done now. You know what? We gonna call him Hamite out talking like that.
All right, what we reading now?
Get back to that first Tim, and we're gonna pick it back up at 7.
Okay.
We got him. He don't even know where he's going. Wait a minute, young man.
I mean, first Peter, right? First Peter. Cut it out.
You know, he changed to a lower state. He started stumbling. Job chapter 7, verse 1. Nah.
He woke now. You know what I'm saying? Once you start calling him a Hamite, he just start wiping that crust out of his eyes now. Come on.
Yeah, he gonna get you. All right. Yeah. In order that proving of your belief much more precious than gold that perishes and proven by fire. Okay, okay. And proven by fire might be found to result in praise and respect and esteem at the revelation of Yahushua Messiah.
Yeah, just like you just said. You see where brothers is going? Praise Yah. So when you patient or change to a lower state, why? Why? Because it's in the proving of your belief. That's why. That's why. Which is more precious than gold, right? Your belief is more precious than gold because gold perishes, right? And is proven by fire, right? Because that's the only way gold can perish it can perish if you melt it down. That it might result in what? Praise and respect and esteem at the revelation, right? The understanding that you got in Yahushua HaMashiach. It's been revealed to you. That's your salvation right there. Yah is salvation. Shout out to Yah's salvation in there. I see you.
Oh, praise. Where we at? We're reading 8, right?
8, 9, yeah.
All right. Whom having not seen you, love, in whom you exalt with unspeakable and esteemed joy, yet not, but believing.
Wow. Yet not seen, but what up?
Yet not seen, but believing.
Right.
That's deep. That's deep right there. Mashiach already told them all. Bless, he says something about the ones that see, but you even more blessed that you have not seen, but yet believe,
Right. Shimeon, what he told that too.
Obtaining the goal of your belief, a deliverance of lives. Was it right up?
Yeah, that was it. I'm going to John now. Hold up, John, chapter 11.
Yeah, you seen that though. My bad. Gotta step away. But yeah, that's perfectly where it say obtaining the goal of your belief. What's the goal of your belief? A deliverance of lives. If you don't truly believe, how you gonna deliver the next man and expect him to truly believe in the Most High? Right. You have to truly believe in the Most High to actually deliver lives and save the next man that he can come to the Most High. Straight up.
Okay.
You can't be out here preaching the Most High word with doubt in your heart. Just like that.
I guess I could let me pass the reading now. Anybody else want to read or want me to read again? How you feeling, Yahoo?
I read.
I got it. I'm struggling today. I can help you out. I'm all down. I'm all with it.
Who's struggling?
Look at him. Look at who. Sound like an owl over there. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Just say this.
John 11, 1-6. I got it out.
Okay.
And a certain one was sick. Eleazar from Beth Aniah, the village of Miriam, and her sister Martha. Now it was Miriam who anointed the Messiah, perfumed and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Eleazar was sick. Therefore the sisters sent to him, saying, Master, see, he whom you love is sick.
We ain't gonna deal with that. Keep going out.
But when Yahoshua heard, he said, this sickness is not unto death, but for the esteem of Elohim, so that the son of Elohim might be esteemed by it. Now Yahoshua loved Martha and her sister and Eleazar. Okay, jumping down to 17. All right.
Hey, we jumping already. Read that verse 6. We got verse 6 out too.
Okay. Therefore, when he heard that he was sick, then indeed he stayed at the place where he was 2 more days.
Come on, because he said this to esteem the son of Elohim. So everybody like he's sick, he about to die. He like, yeah, I'm gonna stay here a couple of more days so y'all can really see what's going on.
Right.
Hey, he was telling them to be patient. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Verse 17. Therefore, when Yahoshua arrived, he found that he had already been 4 days in the tomb.
Wait. That means he died, and then they might have had took a day or two to bury him. But he's saying he been in the tomb for 4 days. Right?
Right.
Might have been dead longer than that.
Said it was thinking, right?
Thinking, not.
Now Beth Aniah was near Jerusalem, about 15 stadia away.
So he had to travel.
How long that is? About 3 kilometers or 2 miles, about 2 miles.
Right.
And many of the Yehudim had come to Martha and Miriam to comfort them concerning their brother.
Oh, that's our custom, right?
Martha, then when she heard that Yahoshua was coming, met him. But Miriam sitting in the house. Martha then said to Yahoshua, Master, if you had been here, my brother not have died.
He said, we know your power. Go ahead, though.
But even now, she said, even now, I know that whatever you might ask of Elohim, Elohim shall give you. Yahoshua said to her, your brother shall rise again.
Look at that though first. Like she said, but even now I know whatever you might ask of Elohim. That means Mashiach sending up that to the Most High. Elohim shall give you. Go ahead.
Yahoshua said to her, your brother shall rise again. Martha said to him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day.
We see Martha was truly a taught one, right? We see people that's not taught ones, they say, I die and go to heaven. Martha said, I know he shall rise at the resurrection in the last day. Truly a taught one. We see the distinction. Go ahead. All
right. That's what was said. He in heaven looking down on you right now, Mark.
That's what they say, y'all. That's what they say.
Right.
Yahoshua said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he dies, he shall live.
Man, hit that second Baruch one time. Second Baruch 54. They got to get some understanding of what Mashiach is saying right here. All right? Come on.
Hey, that's
Mashiach
cold.
said, I am the resurrection and the. Go ahead. I was
Right.
talking about.
Cold out, cause like you said, he, without Mashiach, we wouldn't have life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Like, it was his blood, we be able to live. But go ahead, yeah, all praises though, man. Straight.
And also it say, he who believes in me. If you believe in Mashiach, it say, though he dies, he shall live.
Yeah.
Second Baruch 54, 15 and 16. For though Adam first sinned and brought untimely death upon all.
Hey, look at that. Hold on. It say Adam did what? Brought untimely death.
Mm-hmm.
That mean that wasn't the Most High's original preference for Adam.
Right.
But Adam, though he sinned, he brought this death upon everybody that comes after him. It's untimely. It wasn't supposed to be. Go ahead,
Yet of those who were born from him, each one of them has prepared for his own soul torment to come. And again, each one of them has chosen for himself glories to come.
Pick a side, man. That's why the Most High, he told you he don't want you lukewarm. He don't want you saying, oh, well, I think today I'm going to choose torments and do what I want in this world. Oh, today, you know what? I think I'm going to glorify the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and try to walk in his ways. Man, pick a side, man. He ain't dealing with that lukewarmness. Right?
Mm-hmm. For surely he who believes will receive reward.
Man, we read that earlier. What is that reward? The kingdom to come.
Right, all praises.
Back to John 11 and 26.
So wait, did we get that understanding right there where it say, he who believes in me, though he dies, he shall live? Did we get that? Does it say, he who believes will receive his reward? We understand that, right?
That's right,
And everyone that is living and believing in me shall never die at all. Do you believe this?
Come on, look how he asked, right? Do you believe this? That's a hard statement to be like. She had to probably ponder on it. But it seems she was a top one. So he said, do you believe this? So he asked her in a way to make sure that she had no doubt. No diggity, no doubt. He said, do you believe this? He could have just said his statement and I had to say, do you believe this? But I had to ask you in a way to see, do you have any doubt? So what does that mean then? When Mashiach said, everyone that is living and believing in me shall never die at all. At all. What does that mean? That's why he asked, do you believe this? Because that's a hard statement.
Okay. Isaiah 28 and 16. Therefore, thus says the Master Yah, see, I am laying in Zion a stone for a foundation, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a settled foundation. He who trusts shall not hasten away.
Hasten away means he who trusts in him shall not perish. Because we got to understand, who is this stone? Who is this foundation? This tried stone, right? That's what the stake was all about. And the precious cornerstone, something you can rely on or trust in. That's a cornerstone. And a settled foundation. That's that rock that y'all was speaking about earlier that we build on. Who is this talking about? It say, he who trusts shall not perish or hasten away. Who is this talking about? Go ahead.
About chief cornerstone. And I shall make right ruling the measuring line, and righteousness the plummet.
You see that? It say, I shall make right ruling the measuring line, and righteousness the plummet. That means that's the standard now. That's the standard.
And the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lying.
Right.
And the waters overflow the hiding place.
And that's what happened. Why you think this truth is being revealed?
And your covenant with death shall be annulled.
Oh, now we getting some understanding what Mashiach say. Do you believe this? Everyone living and believing in me shall never die at all. Because once you believe in me, what Mashiach said, your covenant with death shall be annulled. Right. It's no more. Right? Now you sitting in, now you die physically, now you sitting in Abraham's bosom. Right? Right. Come on.
Life and life everlasting.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It came that you might have life.
And life abundantly. Right.
And your vision with Sheol not staying.
With the grave, right? Sheol is the grave, right?
Right. When an overflowing scourge passes through, then you shall be trampled down by it.
And that's for real, huh? That overscoring scourge that passes through is knowing the truth. Knowing the truth. What else it say is going to happen after knowing this truth?
As often as it passes through, it shall take you.
As often as this truth passes through, it shall what out?
It shall take you.
What else it do?
For it shall pass through every morning. And by day and by night.
Right.
And it shall only be trembling to understand the message.
Come on, praise God. Because you look at your people around you and you tremble because of that. Because you understand the message. You already know how the Most High get down. It's only trembling you to understand the message because you about to see your people perish. Come on, man.
Okay, Proverbs 12, verse 28.
I got about 5 more out. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, all right.
I'm good, all right. Proverbs 12 and 28. And the way of righteousness is life.
Right.
And in its pathway, there is no death.
This is what Mashiach. Yeah, praise God. Go ahead, y'all, man.
So basically, ain't no stumbling block there, right? Go ahead. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, I'm just giving all praises out. That's dope. The way of righteousness is life.
And who is righteous?
I'm about to say that. And in its path, there is no death. Right? Y'all, it's our righteousness. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? What was the name? That we read that and that what was it? Isaiah, right? Y'all, it's righteousness.
And that's why Mashiach is telling us everyone living and believing in me shall never die at all. Because what it say, the pathway of righteousness is life. You should not die at all.
Hey, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 3. For to know you is perfect righteousness. Yea.
Is what up?
Perfect righteousness. Yea. To know your power is the root of immortality.
And that's where you got to start from, the root. You got to start from the root. To know the power of the Most High is the root, the beginning of immortality. Come on, man. All this is a relying on it and believe again, Mashiach. Straight up.
You got that Jeremiah 23 and 6?
All right, go ahead and hit it, though.
Pull that up, Yahuda. Pull that up, huh?
Okay. And his days, Yahuda shall be saved, and Israel dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, Yahuwah of righteousness.
All praise.
Or Yahuwah is Dakinah. What is it? Dakinah. Can't say it.
Just wait for part 2. We'll have it in there for you.
All right. Hey, Luke 22.
All right, let's finish him off.
22, 24 to 31. All right. And there also took place a dispute among them as to which of them seemed to be greater. And he said to them, the sovereigns of the nations rule over them. Those who control them are called good workers of good. But not so with you. But let him who is greatest among you be as the youngest, and the leader as one who serves.
Like Mashiach, right?
For who is greater, the one who sits at the table or the one who serves?
That's a question. That's a question.
Is it not the one who sits at the table? But I am in your midst as the one who serves.
Come on. Mashiach talking about I'm the one who's serving. So who is really good, right?
But you are those who have remained with me in my trial.
And he only talking to the 11 at this time. Quariah thought Yahuda Quariah was already gone.
And I covenant for you as my father covenant for me. A ring.
Come on, that sounds like a promise right there.
To eat and drink at my table in my ring.
I know I'm trying to be there. You know what I'm talking about? I hope we all got the same aspirations.
Man, I'm trying to be there. I mean, if I have the only way I can be there is by holding the door to let y'all in, I'll do that.
Praise, yeah.
Let me be in the building.
Right on, for sure.
To eat and to drink at my table in my ring, and to sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Man, Ascension Isaiah 9 and 11 for your notes.
And the master said, Shimeon, see, Satan has asked for you to sift you as wheat.
And again, we all spirit beings. So you think like how Satan was able to come ask Mashiach this? We all spirit beings, right? Come on. That's why Paul told you in Ephesians 6 and 12, right? We don't battle with the we battle with the principalities. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was it right there. And the master says, Shimeon, see, Satan has asked for you, sift you as wheat.
Get that 32. Get that 32 also.
Okay. You forgot to add it or something? I might vibes.
Maybe.
Right.
I couldn't.
But I have prayed for you that your belief should not fail.
Right.
And when you have turned, strengthen your brothers.
Sound like a commandment to that brother too, right?
Yeah.
And we want that same thing. Go ahead, Doc.
Right. He's saying be strong. And when you overcome this, don't strengthen your brothers because they might need help. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why go ahead, Doc, my bad.
No, I'm just saying iron sharp is iron right there, you know?
But you see that? You see how the Most High intervened? He said, I pray for you. I pray for you that your belief should not fail. So now that's why we see why the Mashiach said, ask in my name, because he's our intercessor. So that we ask in his name, he asked the Most High. You know what I'm talking about? Because he say, I pray for you to the Most High. Right? That your belief should not fail. Remember that other man that we just read earlier? Master, help my belief. When you asking that in the Most High, when you asking that in Mashiach, these are simple prayers. We get it confused what we supposed to pray and be like, oh, I want this. Oh, can you bless me with that? Oh, yeah, I was looking at this new house. No, the prayer should be, help my belief if our belief is wavering, right?
Right.
And we already see. Go Go ahead, I.
And then when you get strengthened in that belief, then you can listen to his word. Because he
Right.
said in his word. He said in his
And
word,
you.
yeah. He said, seek first the kingdom of heaven, and his reign. Then everything gonna be added to you. Don't seek
Right.
the riches and all that stuff now. Seek first the most high, and everything you need gonna be added. Some of the things you need, you don't need. You just want it.
Right.
When you
Right.
seek the most high, you'll find out that I don't need all these things. I just need whatever he give me, what he allow me to have.
Right. And he told, go ahead,
I wanted to say, like, in order for you to, like, it says seek first. For you to seek, that means you believe. So yeah, all praises.
And it said when Peter turned, because we got to understand, Peter was all the way unbelieving from the beginning. Even when he was walking on water, which we're gonna deal with in part 2, to the end when Mashiach said, you're gonna deny me 3 times. But he said, I pray for you. I pray for you, man. That's what we want our intercessor to be being an intercessor for us, right? And praying to the Most High that we don't waver in belief, man. Because if you do and you doubt, you will perish. And we seeing this.
All right. Luke 17, 1 through 10. And he said to the top one, it is inevitable that stumbling blocks should come.
Come on, inevitable mean that they must come, right?
They gonna come. But woe to him through whom they come.
Ooh, when it say through, that's getting real specific right there, right?
Right. Yeah, that is big. But woe to him through whom they come.
Right.
It would be better for him if a millstone is put around his neck, and if he were thrown into the sea, than that he should cause one of these little ones to stumble.
Right. I'll go to that through that woe to him through whom they come to, about who's causing that stumbling block, who's speaking the lies.
Exactly.
Right. Who bringing them stumbling blocks.
Right. And when it's talking about these little ones, it's talking about those who don't have no understanding, might be coming to your church house with no understanding, and you causing a stumbling block that they can even grow.
You're not letting those fruit be perfect, like we read earlier.
Woe to them, that's what it say.
Straight up.
Man, it's just like when you reading something and then somebody said, you ain't got to keep that old law of Moses.
Man,
that's
woe to them.
Yeah, whoa. Because you letting them know, you can sin, you can do that. Letting them know that you can do these things.
Right. And think about the death. Think about the death of having a millstone around your neck and thrown to the sea and drowning to death. Think what kind of death that is. It say it would be better for you to have that type of death than what I'm going to do to you when I bring this flashing sword.
I just think you're trying to get up to that top of that water and that millstone holding you down. You struggling.
Not knowing you about to die.
Yeah. That's a fight. You might die just by trying too hard, That's crazy. Take heed to yourself.
It'd be better for you to have this death than what's going to happen to you if you
Right. Take heed to yourselves. If your brother sins against you, rebuke him. And if he repents, forgive him.
Come on.
And if he sins against you 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day comes back to you, saying, I repent, you shall forgive him.
See, we get that scripture mixed up sometimes. It say, even if he sins against me 7 times. It says 7 times in a day. In a day. Right? Mm-hmm. Not 7 times in a week, 7 times in one day.
One day. Showing you the mercy of the Most High, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
He's showing you how he wants you to be.
Exactly.
Prepare
Because
you,
he desires
you
to
for the king.
right. And what's this desire of the Most High? I set apartness.
Yeah. And the emissary said to the master, "Give us more belief." And the master said, "If you have belief as a mustard seed, you will say to this mulberry tree, be pulled up by the roots and be planted in the sea, and it will obey you."
Come on. This is a statement right here that he's making. That's why he asked earlier, when I come back, when I touch back down again, should I found y'all in belief? You know?
Well, who of you, having a servant, plowing or shepherding, will say to him, when he has come in from the field, come immediately and sit down to eat? Would he not rather say to him, prepare somewhat for my supper, and gird yourself, and serve me while I eat and drink, and afterward you shall eat and drink? Would he thank that servant because he did what was commanded? I think not.
Think not.
So also you have done all that you were commanded.
Right.
Say, we are unworthy servants.
Mm-hmm.
We have done what was our duty to do.
Remember that steadfastness when it said dutifulness? It's your duty to keep the commands of the Most High.
Right.
Again, say we are unworthy servants. You unworthy to be in the presence of the Most High. We have just done our duty keeping your commands. That's it. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Be humble. Straight up.
It ain't even about being humble. You a servant. A servant can't just say, oh, master, you know, I finished serving you, you know what I'm saying? Thank me for that. Thank you for being my servant and serving me. I think not. That's your duty.
Yeah, straight up, that's a fact. The whole duty of man.
Right. Sirach 32:24. He that believes in Yahuwah takes heed to the commandment, and he that trusts in him shall fare never the worse.
Remember that, man. Praise God. You know, that go hand in hand. You believe in, you're going to take heed to his commandments. Belief without works is dead, for sure. So if you believe in the Mashiach, you believe in the Most High, you're going to take heed to what he commands you to do, because that's your duty. And he said, if you trust in me, if your belief is firm in me, you're going to be like Abraham, be able to walk through the fire. Come on.
Okay. 1 John chapter 5. Verse. Yeah, 1-12.
Everyone who believes that Yahusha is the Messiah has been born of Elohim. And everyone who loves the one bringing forth also loves the one having been born of him.
Path of life.
By this we know that we love the children of Elohim, when we love Elohim and guard his commands.
We do what?
When we love Elohim and guard his commands.
Okay.
That's something right. That's in the New Testament, huh? You sure this ain't an Old Testament scripture right here?
It's like 1 John, not.
But
some people gonna have some explaining to do. Go ahead, huh?
For this is the love for Elohim, right? That's how you know we love him, right? For this is the love for Elohim,
right?
That we guard his commands, and his commands are not heavy.
Our praises.
Because everyone having been born of Elohim overcomes the world.
Everyone born of Elohim does what?
overcomes the world.
Just like Mashiach was an example when he did it. That's what he did. I'm gonna leave this example. You love the Most High, you will overcome this world just like I did.
Mm-hmm. And this is the overcoming that has overcome the world. Our belief.
What's the overcoming of?
Our belief.
If you are doubting out here, you're done doubting. For sure.
Right. Yeah, that's deep right there. This is the overcoming that has overcome the world. Our belief, man. That's straight up, Bob.
That's for sure.
Who is the one who overcomes the world, right? Because you're not getting caught up in this world, in these affairs and, not letting this, man, you know what I'm saying?
In the straight darkness right now, you know that.
Who is the one who overcomes the world, but he who believes that Yahusha is the son of Elohim?
You don't believe that he the son of the Most High, then there's no overcoming in you. You're still dead out here. You're a zombie out here.
This is the one that came by the waters of blood. I'm going to start from the top. Who is the one who overcomes the world, but he who believes that Yahusha is the son of Elohim? There we go. This is the one that came by water and blood. Yahusha Messiah. Not only by water, but by water and blood. And it is the Spirit who bears witness. Because the Spirit is the truth.
Because the Spirit is what out?
Because the Spirit is the truth. Because there are three who bear witness.
Mm-hmm.
The Spirit,
right?
The water, and the blood. And the three are in agreement.
Oh, so now we see why on the stake, Mashiach gave up his spirit, or gave up the spirit. And what came out of him when they pierced him in the side?
Water and blood.
Water and blood. These are three things that came up out of Mashiach when he was on the stake.
Right.
He gave up the spirit, water and blood. You pierce somebody else on their side, all you're going to see is blood coming out. Now we start, what we going to deal with that? Now we're starting to understand, see, I separate the firmness from the firmness, dealing with that water. We'll deal with it. And now we start to see possibly a representation of baptism, that water. Go ahead, Art.
If we receive the witness of man, the witness of Elohim is greater.
Right.
Because this is the witness of Elohim, which he has witnessed concerning his son.
What's the witness?
The one who believes in the son of Elohim has the witness in himself. The one who does not believe in Elohim has made him a liar.
Has made the Most High a liar. That's why you will perish. If you don't believe in the Son, you made the Most High a liar and you will perish.
Because he has not believed the witness that Elohim has given concerning his son.
Oh, man.
Like I said, for the Most High so loved the world that he sent his only son. Nah?
Hey, we got you. Part 2 out. It's coming.
Okay. Come on, it's a gift, right? Most High, you have to do it.
Right.
And this is the witness.
What's the witness? We gotta understand what we dealing with. We dealing with the witness right now?
We dealing with the witness,
Okay.
And this is the witness that Elohim has given us everlasting life. And this life is in his son.
Praise God. I'm dealing with that.
You read that. He who possesses the son possesses life.
Possesses what? I
possesses life.
Possess Mashiach, you possess life. That's clear cut.
He who does not possess the Son of Elohim does not possess life.
And if you don't possess Mashiach and you are unbelieving in Mashiach, you do not possess life. That is also clear cut. Let's finish it off, Bob.
Okay. Okay, Psalm 32, 3 through 6. We hit this last one, y'all mail, because you got some janky Wi-Fi over. Well, no.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you can hit it up.
When I kept silent, my bones became old. Through my groaning all the day. For day and night, your hand was heavy upon me. My sap was turned to the droughts of summer. Selah. I acknowledge my sin to you, and my crookedness I did not hide.
Hey, I told you this was the I told y'all all you brothers, this was a rough draft. So that 32, we ain't need that 32 out. So let's get straight to that O's and close it out. And I gave you the wrong scripture right there out.
Boy, I tell you, I might.
Hey, that's falsehood right there. You cut that out right now. Wrong scripture. It's okay.
Oh, 28. Boy, hey, we going to the right hold out?
It should. I hope so.
Is it 28?
Hey, man, it's only one. I told you rough draft. I told y'all before we started. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You call some brothers who say, hey, brother, you know, you lined up. We might be lined up. You know what I'm saying? So you hear that? You know, I mean, get to work. All right, let's close them out with this O's 28. All praises. You know what I'm saying? Especially for y'all male and big. You know, they struggle with reading, but they did very well today. You know.
Oh, praises.
My voice might have cracked a little bit, you know, but it's all good.
At one time, I thought I heard you wiping some slobber out your mouth, like you snoring. I don't know.
I think unbelieffulness. You know, I made up a word today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We already told him he gotta get the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I get the believing spirit too. All right, old 28. Let's close them out. As the wings of doves over their nestling, and the mouth of their nestling towards their mouths, so also the wings of the spirit over my heart. My heart is delighted and exalts, like the baby who exalts in the womb of his mother. I believe, therefore I was at rest. For he in whom I believe is faithful. He has richly blessed me, and my head is with him. And the sword will not divide me from him, nor the scimitar. For I am ready before destruction comes, and I have been set on his immortal pinions. And he showed me his sign, poured forth and given me drink. And from that life is the spirit within me, and it cannot die, for it lives. They who saw me marveled at me, because I was persecuted, and they supposed that I was swallowed up, for I seemed to them as one of the lost. And my oppression became my salvation. And I was their reprobation, because there because there was no seal in me. I was hated because I did good to every man. And they came around me like mad dogs who ignorantly attack their masters. For their thought is corrupt and their understanding perverted. But I was carrying water in my right hand, and their bitterness I endured by my sweetness. And I did not perish, for I was not their brother, nor was my birth like theirs. And they sought for my death and did not find it, for I was older than the memorial of them. And vainly did they make attack on me. And those who without reward came after me, they sought to destroy the memorial of him who was before them. For the thought of the Most High cannot be anticipated, and his heart is superior to all wisdom. Allow Yah. Praise Yah.
Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High.
Hey, you was right. We were supposed to read 29 on that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. You feel me? I was looking at the 29. I was like, oh, it was 29. So good. That was really good one.
Well, you make more than one mistake. You know what I'm saying?
At the end, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, when brothers say, oh, we working on something, you know.
It was good. Praise.
You know, you always got your haters. Like, you know, them brothers that ain't got the spirit. We always talk about it. You know,
gotta pray.
It's hard for them Hamites. Yeah, you gotta pray for the Hamites. You know. Oh, praise. All right, shut us down. I'm gonna go take